it's finally getting to be the end of the year, and I thought I'd do a video talking about my favorites and your favorites. And your favorites are from what you've been purchasing from my links all year. And I'm going to do 24 products. I believe it's 24. That's what I counted so far. Before we get into that, just a couple things. First of all, everything I'm talking about is in the description box below the video. You have to go below the video first, and you'll see the word more. Tap the word more. That opens the description box a bit. Then you have to tap the word more one more time, and that opens the description box completely. Now, that's a little weird to get to, I know, especially on a phone or tablet, but I'll also pin everything in the first comment. Another thing I realized by looking at the data behind my channel is that many of the people who are watching my videos are not subscribed. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe. They're not going to text you. You're not going to hear from YouTube. Actually, when you subscribe, if you click the little bell, then when you're in your phone or tablet or on a computer, there's a little bell in the upper right-hand corner. And if you tap or click that, it'll open up with your subscriptions to the channels you subscribe to and where you've clicked the little bell, and it'll tell you about new videos that channel has come up with. So my birthday is this week, the week that this video is going up. I'm turning 64, so it'll be a nice birthday present to me for you to do that free thing and click the subscribe button below this channel. It's red, then it turns gray once you're subscribed, and then click that little bell, and you'll get notified quietly through the little bell about new videos. The other thing I want to mention is that many of you watch my videos on TV, which is great. I watch YouTube videos on TV. I do my own exercise videos on my TV. So when you're there, you can't get to the description box or the first comment. So what I'm going to do is put a QR code on the screen. So grab your phone while the QR code is up on the screen and open up that camera app, and then hold it up over the QR code, and it will scan the code, that QR code, and it will ask you if you want to go to the website. It goes to a blog post where all the products are listed and linked that I'm talking about in the video. So that's another easy way for you to get to all the products. Okay, so let's get into the products right now. I'm starting with a category called clothes and accessories, and it's winter. I love slippers, especially in the winter, and I'm going to start with Lands' End. So I've been a Lands' End customer for a long time. They still have these gray slippers. I'm wearing the previous version of these on my feet right now, but I bought these because I wear these things to death. And when you buy them, they're really fluffy inside and warm. But because they only had size 8 left when I checked these yesterday, I also found 2 other kinds on their website. Now, I can't do scuffs. I can't do open back slippers. I have to have a slipper where my whole foot goes in, including the heel, because I have narrow feet, and I don't want my feet coming out of the slipper. So I found a couple more. One of them, these are the suede fuzzy shearling, okay, in the silver. But they also have the mini Tonka booty slippers. This is a whole boot. So warm. I've had these in the past, but I'm glad they're selling them now. And then at a lower price, they also have what's called the Muckluck booty slippers, and that's a full slipper as well. Now, the thing about these kinds of slippers is when you get them, they're really fluffy inside, so they feel tight. You almost think that they're too small, but they're not. If you just keep wearing them, they'll form to your foot inside, and your foot will fit perfectly without feeling tight. The other thing is they're so warm, you really do need to wear a sock. If you wear these kinds of slippers without socks, your feet will get very sweaty. That's what they're supposed to do. So put on a sock, and these are just the best. And then they have this nice rubber bottom. I can actually go into the garage and get stuff. So yeah, I like them for that as well. If you have a basement, which I don't, but if you did, going up and down the basement would be a lot better with this kind of a slipper bottom. Second in this category is my Columbia fleece jacket. I'm not wearing it today. I wear this thing all the time. And I found a couple of these online that are very similar to mine. The other thing I like about it is that it has 2 zippered pockets. I love zippers because if I wear this outside and take my key with me, like to take a walk, I like to put my key in a place in a pocket that has a zipper. And then it also has sort of a pocket inside. So I could put my phone inside this flap and then it zips up the front. It washes up really well. I have to wash it every week because I wear it so often. Now, both styles that I've listed in the description box come in several colors. So not just black, even though black is purchased a lot, especially in winter, but it comes in light colors and dark colors. It comes in navy. It comes in, I think in the thumbnail, I put a light green one. So go take a look at these. There are 2 different price points for the 2 jackets that I listed. Number 3 under clothes and accessories is a set of 4 stretchy belts, and you get 4 different colors. This one comes in white and brown and dark navy, which I like that it's not a bright blue, and black. And these are adjustable. You're thinking, well, why would I need this? Because if you ever wear tops, maybe just tucked a little bit in the front or not tucked at all, you want a belt that's not bulky with a big bulky buckle in the front. Now, this looks like metal, but it is plastic. Yep, it's plastic. And some reviewers have said it's more comfortable if they wear it with the point down, but you could wear it with the point up, the opening. It's up to you. So this is great if you have different kinds of pants, different kinds of jeans. Some are high rise, some are low rise. You can adjust this and you don't have any belt flaps sticking out and it stretches. So yeah, these are fantastic. And if you wear white jeans, the white one is so great. Price was great too. So check that one out if you're into belts and you don't like the big bulky buckle. Number 4 under clothing and accessories is underwear. So I don't think I've ever reviewed underwear in here for a reason. I've recently been replacing underwear, underpants in particular. And I found this brand, Wacoal, which is in all the nice upscale department stores. But I bought these from Wacoal directly. And originally at a department store, I bought what's called the brief. It wasn't so big. Usually I don't go with briefs. But what I really like is what they call the hipster, not bikini, so bigger than a bikini. And here I have the hipster in navy, and I have the hipster in beige. And then I brought with me the brief. So this is the brief in black. These are so comfortable. They wash up well. I think they're going to last for years. And of course, they'll have sales on their website from time to time. So if you buy maybe 3, you get a price discount. So here I'm holding up the beige hipster in front of the black brief. So you can see how much bigger the brief is. It's not that much bigger. But yeah, these have been great underwear. I have them till I'm like 80 at least. Now onto the skincare category. Let's start with sunscreen. There are a couple that turn out to be favorites. One is the Paula's Choice Daily Moisturizing Lotion and what they call their Skin Recovery line. I love this one. It's great for dry skin and it works really well under makeup. You don't get that gummy feel under makeup. And then the other one that is just as good is the Dermatology Daydream. It does come in a jar, but it has a pump top, so it's not open to air. Both of these are physical mineral sunscreens where they have titanium dioxide and zinc oxide as the active ingredients. Then next, another favorite one I will never be without is vitamin C serum. This is the one from Timeless. I actually buy it in the large 4-ounce bottle and I decant it into a smaller 1-ounce bottle. I keep the bigger one in the refrigerator. If I buy more, I always refrigerate it because it keeps it from oxidizing. So I just put maybe a 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce in the bottle at a time. I've been applying this, well, for years I did it twice a day, but now I'm just applying it in the morning after washing my face and before any other serums. Sunscreen is my last ingredient. So this is what made my skin brighter, and it took about 6 months to get the effect. And my childhood freckles seemed to be gone, or mostly gone. So that was amazing because as a child, I wanted them gone. I could never get them to go away. And then after that, number 3 is my hydrating serums. Now I have 2 favorites here. One is the Matrixyl 3000. This is also by Timeless. I use this morning and night. Or the Ordinary Multi-Peptide and HA Serum. Both are wonderful. They have hyaluronic acid and they help to hold in moisture, which is important. This is what I put on right before my sunscreen in the morning or right before a moisturizer at night. And speaking of that, number 4 is my nighttime moisturizer. So I have 2. One is the Paula's Choice, also in the Skin Recovery line. Their nighttime replenishing moisturizer. A little bit goes a long way. And then the other one from Dermatology is their Soothe and Recovery Cream. Now, this one I especially like to use after I do some kind of treatment on my face, and my face might be skin might be a little irritated. So the Soothe and Recovery is really nice to use after that. Number 5 is mask or scrub. So 2 products for this one. For the mask, the Dermatology Pumpkin Enzyme Mask is wonderful. This jar lasts a long time. In fact, I had another jar and I ended up giving it to a friend because, you only need a little bit. And this is something that you'd use once a week. Just put it on your face, let it set. I think it's about 10 or 15 minutes. And then you rinse it off. The other one is more of a polish. This is a Volition Turmeric Brightening Polish. This one has a little bit of a grit on it. And after washing my face without drying my face while my face is still damp, I put a little bit of this polish on and I let it set for 2 minutes and then rinse it off. It makes my face feel really nice and exfoliated. Number 6 is an eye cream. This is the Dermatology HPR eye cream. I have to read the active ingredient in this. It is hydroxypinocolone retinoate. So it's not retinol. I've had a problem with retinol. I'll start using it very, very slowly, and then retinol makes my face get dry and red. But this doesn't do that. And a little bit from this pump under the eyes. I use it at night only. It's really hydrating and helps to smooth out the fine lines. So if you've had an issue with retinols, if you've had an issue trying Retin A, but you like to use an eye cream, this one might be for you. Then, speaking of the under eye area, another favorite is brightening eye masks. These are also by Dermatology. They come in a jar, and after, try not to make a mess because there is serum inside here, but you peel them off with this little tool and they're shaped to fit under your eyes, and you just put them on and they stay right where you put them. I know I've tried other brands' eye masks before and they haven't stayed on. These stay on. They're not sticky, but they're damp enough and made out of a material that stays on for like 10 minutes or so. And then you pull them off and then just massage that serum into your face. I like to use them in the morning. Number 8 and number 9 go together. These have been kind of life-changing for me, and people have been buying this. One is this glass foot file. Now, I've tried other metal foot files before that have been a little irritating on my skin, on my feet, and I think, ooh, is this going to break through my skin? Ay. So I try to be a little more careful with my feet, but this one sloughs off the dead skin, sloughs off the dead skin without causing a problem. And then I apply this particular Urea 40% cream onto those areas of my feet and then put on socks. And it has been life-changing. I had cuts on my feet in one particular place for a while, and I couldn't even use the foot file. So I used the cream for about a month without the foot file touching it, and the foot finally healed, and then I could use the foot file. It was amazing. Then number 10 under skincare is this Nivea lip balm. This one in the blue is the only one they have that's unscented. Nivea sells a lot of different kinds of lip balm, but they all have scents. So this one, yep, nothing. And I have them all over the house. I have one in my desk drawer. I have one in the kitchen drawer. I have one I take in my purse. I've got one in the bathroom. I don't keep one here. This is the one I keep in the bathroom. But there might be another one somewhere along the way. But when I get home from somewhere, like after I film this, I'm going to take my lipstick off and put on my lip balm. And yeah, you won't taste it. You won't smell it. It's like the best one out there. And I have a link for you where you can buy a set of 4 at a great price. Now into the makeup category. So starting with foundations, I actually have 3 that just keep popping up as favorites. One of them, of course, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have this in 3 colors. This is an amazing foundation. I apply it first, dot it around my face. I smear it on, and then I use a slightly damp beauty blender to blend it out. And then I use an e.l.f. brush, which has a flat surface, to buff it out. I do that with all of my full coverage foundations. And the other one, which I'm wearing today, and I've actually bought a second bottle of it. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. It's only a little bit luminous, but it does the trick. This one has a pump top, so I can just pump out a little bit, smear it around my face, use that beauty blender, and then buff it out, and it lasts all day. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing today, and it blends out really nicely. When I put it on, sometimes I think, oh, that's a different color than my face, but it matches with my neck pretty well. So the other one I have that is more drugstore brand, drugstore prices, is the L'Oreal True Match. I just love that they put this finally in a pump. This one has so many colors, and if you buy it at a store like Ulta or Walgreens, they have a good return policy. If you buy 2 or 3 colors and you don't find one works for you and the others don't, just return it. And you have to see yourself in daylight, your skin. So this is a great way to try it at these stores that have wonderful return policies. I have the color N3. I'm usually more of a cool tone, but I chose the neutral. And this one works really, really well. So if you're looking for a drugstore brand, I suggest you try that one before any others. Second, Undereye Corrector. I have 2 or 3 videos where I show how I apply this and how I set it. So this is my Pixie Undereye Corrector. I put this on first under foundation because I have these troughs. I don't have puffiness. I have a indentation under my eyes. And I use a little brush, either this brush, the concealer brush, or even a smaller brush to put a little bit on and tap it in place or smear it in place. And I get a little bit on the inside corner. Then I put my foundation under it to get a more even color, and it helps to hide that indentation. So I also have dark under eye circles, and some viewers have written comments saying that their under eye circles are even darker than mine. So I think it works really well and is a good price. Then the other thing I've been doing for the last couple of years is applying a concealer on top of the foundation just to brighten the area. The one I really love and reach for all the time is the Tarte Shape Tape. Now I have the Ultra Creamy. I have the color 20B. That works really well for me. It's not too light. I also have 12B. That's really light on me. But I dot it on under my eyes and a little bit in the inner corner. Then I use a slightly damp beauty blender to blend it out. And voila, that's it. But in these other videos that I will link in the description box as well, and also in a card, I show how I set it. So I mean, a lot of people say after 50, they don't like using powder. I only use a little bit of powder, but it's how I use it now that I'm 64, and it looks fine all day. Doesn't get cakey. So the Beauty Blender was number 4. Number 5 is my eyebrow product. And this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I use the color taupe. It has the product on one end and a spoolie at the other end. I don't use a spoolie beforehand. I use a spoolie after I put the product on to just make it look a little more natural. I'm so glad that eyebrow products are in right now, because in the 70s and 80s, no one in their 20s and 30s was wearing eyebrow product. But I had thick, dark brown eyebrows back then. I don't anymore. So this is a really great thing. And now that I'm blonde, I use the color taupe. It's not too orangey on me. And that was the key. So many of the other eyebrow products out there are just too orange on my face. All right, number 6 is eyeshadow. Now I have a few favorites. The one I reach for all the time, and some of you have been buying it, is my eyeshadow singles. So I bought a few that I haven't opened yet, because I buy them ahead of time because I don't like to run out. And then I put them in a Z palette. And I found a Z palette for you on Amazon that I've listed with the products. This thing is amazing. Yes, it's really dirty, but they're all metal, and this thing is magnetic. And I've been using my favorites that I'm posting here are the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Again, they have some really nice singles. So one of them is called Fresh. That's the one that's a creamy matte. And then they have another one that's a shimmer that I'll put on my mobile lid, and that one's called Vermeer. Love these two. Use them almost every day, except that today, another one that I pull out is, and I pull this out a lot, you see how small it is, it's the Smashbox Cover Shot Minimalist. So the thing I like about this, besides the fact that it's easy to travel with, it's got some warm tones over here, and then it has cool tones over here. So today, since I'm wearing a black and white, what is this kind of sweater? Nordic kind of top, I put on some of these cooler tones, and they have both matte and shimmers in this. Love that one. And then another one that throughout fall and winter and into spring that I reach for a lot that's very affordable, and it's very dirty. It's the e.l.f. The New Classics. This has a combination of shimmers and mattes, but you can see, none of them are like overly orangey or overly crazy in their colors. So I get a lot more use out of that particular one. Now my hands are dirty because my palettes are so filthy. Then number 7 on the makeup that I reach for all the time, and a lot of you are buying these, is the Pixie Lip Icings. Now, I have 2 colors. I was loyal to the color Cookie for the longest time. That's this one. It's a little lighter than the other one. This one is called Toffee, but one day I went to order it from them, and they only had the Toffee. So I thought, well, fine, I'll get that one too. So I like to put these on over lipsticks. So I'm wearing it today. So I had 2 colors of just cream lipsticks that had no shimmer in them whatsoever. And then I think I put on Toffee on top of it. And it's just a great look. It doesn't smell weird. It's not sticky. It's not one of those things where your hair is going to blow in front of you and stick on your face. It's a wonderful, they call it a lip icing, but it's basically a lip gloss. Onto the category I call other. So we're going to start with a nail product. It's the C&D Rescue RXX Daily Keratin Treatment. I love this product. I bought it when I was having such a problem with a couple of my nails. These 2 in particular, sometimes these 2, especially after wearing nail polish, all of a sudden they would peel, and they'd peel this way and peel off. And then I'd have weak nails, and they'd break, and then they'd grow out a little bit, and they'd peel again. And we'd start the whole process over again. And I could never get them all to grow out and to look decent. So I started using this product, And sometimes it happens again. It happened about a month ago. So my nails are peeling. I started using this every night before I go to bed. I read a little bit. I put some of this on just a little bit, because it's a combination of oil and keratin. It's a little bit on the nail, into the skin around the nail, rub it in. And of course, then I'm going to sleep. So I'm not washing my hands for a while. And sometimes in the middle of the day, if I just wash my hands, I'm going to sit down and have lunch, I'll put a little bit of this on for a second time for the day. And I do that daily. And then finally, the nails start to grow out. So now these two nails are starting to grow out again. They look so much better. They're not, right at cutting length. So I'm thrilled with the product. I told a friend about it earlier today. She said, oh, I wore this nail polish. Now my nails are splitting and then they break off and then they split again. And I said, I know what product you need. So I got the link for her and I texted it to her so she can check it out. And I think a lot of you would really like this product if you've had problems with your nails. Second, under other, is Sustain Original Eye Drops. Now, I had LASIK surgery years ago, and I have a condition where something happens while I'm sleeping. Like my eyes don't close all the way while I'm sleeping. So something with LASIK, there's some nerve that changes. So my eyes get very dry while I sleep. So when I wake up in the morning, and sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I need some drops. These are something that you would get dependent on. They're just a really nice saline solution for the eyes. Eye doctors love it, optometrists and ophthalmologists. So this one is wonderful to try if you're looking for a basic eye drop that will just hydrate your eyes. And number 3 in the other category, I can't tell you about it on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like the product, but it is on my website. So I'm going to put that QR code up again. So you can check it out if you're on a TV, scan that QR code. It will take you to my blog post about this. I'll also have a link to the blog post in the description box and then the first comment below, because on that blog post under other for number 3, I'll put this fantastic product that I love so much. And a lot of you have loved it before in the past, but because YouTube hates it, I took it down from YouTube. Please make sure to subscribe. That's your birthday gift to me if you haven't subscribed yet. And then click that little bell. And then when you go to the bell in the upper right corner, you'll get a notification every time I have a new video. But it'll only be there if you check it. They're not going to text you. They're not going to email you. They're not going to have something pop up on the screen. It's not that kind of notification. It's only when you go to the little bell that you'll see it listed there, but only if you click my bell. So my bell in YouTube. Okay, let's be clear. So that's your birthday gift to me. I'm 64 now. Remember that song, When I'm 64? Well, now I am. I can't believe I'm that old, but here we are. So check out one of my other videos by tapping its image on the right side of your screen. And in 2024, we're going to start talking more about health and diet and losing weight and being fit, because as we age, we want to feel good, we want to look good, and I want you to feel good and look good too.